Hi there, it's Lori, and my story is not about what I'm going to show you, but, well, that will be a story, I'm sure, but about another story about, add to the story about going to the farm and having my ex-husband's new wife and their daughter that is the same age as my granddaughter. So my granddaughter is always confused that I am not at events with her aunt, I guess, technically, right? She doesn't understand that I'm not her Mima. Well, anyway, the aunt, being also 4 years old, was being informed that I was going to be there. And she's met me several times. This is not the first time, but like she didn't retain who I was. And my grandkids were super excited because Mima was coming. So I finally get there. I'm walking up with my daughter because she came and grabbed me to show me where they were. And the aunt, the littlest aunt, depending on where you're from, points at me and says to her mom, "Is that the Mima?" So I'm the Mima. I think this is the Mima, but you know. Anyway, I just thought it was really funny. I'm the Mima now. The Mima. I'm the Mima. Anyway, but I'm sure it's because my grandkids were clamoring for me to get my butt there because I was late. But anyway, so Mary Maxim made me do it. I don't know. I was in a moment. Did I need this? No. Especially because I haven't even opened the box from Melody yet. Now, I picked all those things. This is different. I'll show you this bag. It is not labeled Mary Maxim. And it even said on the thing and on the packaging on the other side, delivered through Amazon, that was surprising me. So I want to start with the stuff I bought on purpose because it was way on sale. Let's see if I can find an invoice. Yeah. So I bought these Big Twist Twinkle in mint. I bought 7 of these for $3 each. Because I just really like the twinkle. I'm going to hold it up again and see if you can see the twinkles. Yeah, see the twinkles? And it's mint. Big Twist Twinkle has 371 yards. It's classified as a 4-weight. Oh, it's 340 meters. 6 ounces, 170 grams. 5mm needles, 5mm hook. Sorry, what are the letters? US 8 needles, US H or 8 hook. It says it takes 1 to make a hat. It's 2 to make a scarf, 4 to make a sweater. But I got 7 because then I knew I had lots and lots of yardage. Plus I have this same yarn in yellow and in purple, lavender probably. This is what this name is mint, yes. 97% acrylic, 3% metallic fiber. So that was a deliberate purchase. Most of the rest of this is surprises, which is why I'm glad there's a thing here. Okay. I got a 1 pound solids yarn. 1 pound solid. It's like labeled differently. It's very confusing. So I'm going to have to figure all that out. A sock yarn mystery box. Premium sock fruit, the fruit yarns. I just wanted to get some actual sock yarn. And a yarn surprise pack. So all of this barely cost less than what I spent on that big giant 19-pound box from Melody. Okay, so here, this was deliberately ordered. The Premier Fruit sock yarn in color grape. It's considered a super fine one. 2.75mm needles or a US 2 or 3.5mm hook. Trying to see if I can, the color I chose here is grape. Can you see it on the sock? Trying to find the yarn content. Well, there's that. 235 yards, 215 meters, 1.75 ounces, 50 grams. I can sort of read this. 93% acrylic, 7% PBT, which I think gives it the strength and the stretch to call it socks. Premier Fruit socks. And then I got this color as well. This color is plum. So I went with purples. This one has purples and pinks. This one's the darker purples and blue. So I put that in my sock yarn stash. All right. So I am really glad I don't think I bought any of this from Melody. This is my mystery 1 pounds. And they are all three the same color, which has its advantages, right? I don't know what color. It's a mystery color. It's unknown, but each of those is a pound. That very much looks like Pound of Love versus like the, yeah, I'm going to guess it's Pound of Love, but it doesn't say. Let's do the sock mystery first. Sock mystery bag right here. Sock yarn surprise. These are some great colors. Let's see what kind of yarn is in here. Okay, nice rainbow colors. There's 2 of these. This is made in Turkey. 100 grams, 75% superwash wool, which is fine. Definitely needs to be washed. It's not particularly soft. 25% nylon, 100 grams, 420 meters, 462 yards. Fingering weight, U.S. needle 1 to 3 or a 2.25 to 3.25 millimeter. It does not give hook size. And then it gives a gauge, and it says it's machine washable. And that is the brand. Feza. Like I said, it's made in Turkey. And just a sock. Because why? Because it's nylon and superwash wool. So, all right. So 2 of those. Nope, they're different. Never mind. That is definitely a different color. That's like blues and greens. And then we got some patterns. We have 2 of these. This colorway is called Brownies. These just have colors. This is color number 3, and this one's 3. The rainbowy one is 5. Patton's color is yarn. Pattern socks is Patton's Crochet socks is Yarnspirations brand. 1.75 ounces, 50 grams, 166 yards, or 152 meters. 75% wool, 25% nylon. Now that's not superwash wool, so why would you make I'm gonna look this up and see if it's actually superwash. They don't feel a whole heck of a lot different, so I don't know. My only concern is, I need to be able to wash my socks, and hand washing my socks is unlikely to happen. So 2 of these, and then the other thing they send you, the label and the nice little package. So this stuff will stay in its package. It gives you a gauge and a pattern. Let me look on that patterns. Does it say anywhere about washing? It says you can see reverse side of the label. Okay. But there is a pattern here, so I will check that out. I don't want to make big long socks like that. Probably nothing that complicated for my first attempt. And then there's another pattern, knee-high stretch socks, but way more straightforward. Some baby socks. And then there's some socks a little bit like what Helix Stitchcraft Lexi is about to do with the yoga socks. All right, so lots of patterns, all knitted, as you can imagine, because crochet socks just feel different and take a lot more yarn. Let me get this all back in this bag again, because then it can stay together. The patterns does appear to be washable. It looked like the machine. I didn't see a hand in there, but I'm gonna have to keep looking. And don't bleach, don't iron, don't dry clean. So there is that. How much was that? The sock pack was $16, 16 US dollars. Probably about right, especially considering it had 4 patterns in it. This one, I did have an extra discount too. Oh, actually, I'm happy with pretty much everything I see in here. So that's exciting. Because I saw Mama G's and I'm like, oh, I don't know. But they are a lot smaller than they used to be. They used to have cakes of yarn in them. But yes, I'm actually very happy with what I'm seeing on my surprise pack. I was taking a chance because the last time I got loopy yarn. Twice I got loopy yarn. So I was like, yeah, I took a long break from it. I don't know. I finally decided to pull the trigger, so to speak. So this is surprise pack is what they call them. And then we have a knitted chunky blanket, a crocheted dishcloth pattern. Oh, very pretty wrap. And that is crocheted. And then a knitted blanket. Let me see. Yeah, that's a knitted blanket. So, and I think it's done with the fruits yarn, the regular fruits yarn, not the soft fruits yarn. So, lots of patterns. So, let me show you why I'm happy with what is in this bag. Let's start here. This is Premier Flora. It's very soft. It's 98 yards. 90 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 85% acrylic, 14% rayon from bamboo, and 1% nylon. And you can see it's got like speckles in it. The color is sky, and it's considered a bulky 5, which it is. It's definitely a bulky 5. It's a nice bulky 5. 6.5 millimeter needles, or a US 10.5, and 6.5 millimeter hook, which is a USK or 10.5. And there are 4 of these. So that's very nice. We have 3 of these, and I am thrilled because I didn't have any more rainbow cotton, and I believe this is 100% cotton, but let me see. Bernat Handicrafter Cotton. Pre-patterned on the label. US 8 needles, which is 5 millimeters. Sorry. What is, for the pattern on, that's on the inside. 4.5, it's considered a medium weight 4, which is actually for a 4-weight cotton. That's actually a 4-weight cotton. 4.5 millimeter needles, which is US 7. 5 millimeter hook, which is US H or 8. 100% cotton. Thrilled. And there are 3 of these. How many yards did I say? 71 yards. 1.5 ounces, 42.5 grams, 65 meters. So 3 of those in the Bernat Handicrafter, which is, I would call it a kitchen cotton, but it's pretty. And I truly, my cotton is getting down there. I'll come to these in a minute. Show you all the yarn first. So there's 4 of these. Adhesia, I apologize, did not warn you. Fuchsia, and it's glittery. I love that type of glittery. This is Pixie Dust Brights, 251 yards, 230 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 100% polyester. It's considered a medium weight 4. You can hand wash. That's probably because of the sparkle, honestly. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. Medium weight 4, 5 millimeter needles, US 8, or 5.5 millimeter hook, which is US I or 9. And the color is fuchsia. So 4 of these. So how many yards did I say? 251 yards, so 250. That's 4. That's 1,000 yards of that. Definitely do something fun with that. And then we have some True Boo. True Boo Sparkle. This sparkle is harder to see, but maybe you can see it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I have to kind of angle it just right. It's very subtle. This is so incredibly soft. 3 ounces, 85 grams, lightweight 3 or DK, or is that 6 ply or 8 ply? I get confused. I think it's 8 ply. 195 yards or 178 meters. It's 96% rayon from bamboo and 4% glitter polyester. This part is tiny. 4 millimeter needles. I can't read the letters. And 4 millimeter hook. Machine wash, lay flat to dry. So I have some True Boo I could put that with. The colors would actually be complementary. So that's helpful. 2 of those. And two mystery basic blue. I wouldn't call this a basic blue. What color would you call this? Is this it seems too bright to be like robin's egg, but it's kind of in that arena. But it's unlabeled, feels like acrylic. I'm lucky here because I didn't have enough of this color. And I'm saying that facetiously because both Deb and Lexi sent me some. So I will have enough to make plenty for my family for the next several years, which is great. Being able to make scrubbies for my family is great. Okay, oops. I use that on the knitting loom, by the way. Not the knitting machine. I've not had luck with that. And then what they included was some US 15 needles, which is 10 millimeter. And I have one of these. I wonder if it's even the same size. That would be really funny if it's the same size. Hook with a twist. So this is you have to hold your hook in a very specific way for this to be comfortable. I have used this style hook before and it's fine for me. Getting it out of its packaging could be more difficult. I'm trying to find the millimeters. The size. Do we have a size here somewhere? 20 millimeter. This is indeed the same size I already have. So I'm going to show you how you have to hold this because, again, it's a little different. So they give you a big hook and big needles because a lot of this yarn is big. So you hold it like that. So if you are a pencil grip, I don't think this type of hook is for you. For me, it's fine. I still will tend to do this, but that feels nice for my thumb. And yeah, there you go. So 10 millimeter needles and 20 millimeter hook. So they gave me big tools. All right, where is my phone when you need it? So that's a lot of yarn and a lot of stuff. And yeah, for the surprise pack, I'm pleasantly surprised. I actually like all of these yarns, and I really needed some cotton. The 1 pound, I'm okay with it because neutrals are fine, and neutrals can be really helpful. I think that's the colorway straw, which is, somebody was looking for straw. Was it Crafting Kitty? Anyway, that's my Wednesday. I buried this potato head. Let's see if I can get her out. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? Hugs from me, my potato head. Hugs from me, whatever kind of hug you need. And remember, you matter and kindness matters. And I appreciate the time you take with me, like that you spend with me watching me. And hopefully you enjoyed the yarn. Like I said, much better than my last surprise pack. They are smaller, but I'm happy with what they gave. Lots of patterns. The tools are new. I did not have any this size, so there you go. Now I have some big knitting needles. All right. Thanks for being here. Bye.